Peace, my family, and we're back to all those coming out of the cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Oh man, let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right and that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up that's right in your higher nature family. And most definitely cleanse, because if you don't know, now you know. Oh yes, we must cleanse. Cleansing that lower nature, those lower frequency energies family. It is so real out here in these last days and times. It's all about purifying your soul like no other. Alright now. So first and foremost, begin our acts and think about using Al Kalim, the all praises to a new is glorified and exalted. Glory and honor to Infinite Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz, Harun, Sananda, the appointed one, the anointed one, the true Messiah. That's right. It's all about the Lamb, right? And being in the blood of the Lamb. Covered in the blood of the Lamb. For sure. Alright, and this is what you will be gifted with, right? When you begin to truly see and raise your consciousness levels up to where it needs to be in the most highest eyes. Because again, my family, that is all that matters. All eyes in the most high. Okay? Let's get to it. So this is the Science of Healing by Master Teacher Dr. Malachi Z. Yerba. This radio will certainly help you on this good journey. So with that being said, family, let's learn a little bit more, right? It continues. This is speaking on the soul, the spiritual part of you, and the body, the physical part of you. And it's in a chart, so let's just break it down, right? The soul, the spiritual, part of you, this is the indefinite side. The state where the 99 sub-degrees of Anu exist within or without the definite article. Okay? The spiritual state exists within the bosom of Anu. Okay? So let me repeat that one more time. The state where the 99 sub-degrees of Anu exists without the definite article, the spiritual state exists within the bosom of Anu and is where the school of patience exists. This is a state that is not visible to the physical eye, right? The lighter side, right? Humans can only experience the spiritual state in the spiritual state of the human's aura that appears. Okay? The light side, okay? The humans can only experience the spiritual side or the spiritual state. Okay? In the spiritual state, humans' aura appears, and the aura may be looked upon as the atmosphere of the body. Okay? So, let's repeat this. The state where the 99 sub-degrees of Anu exists without the definite article L. The spiritual side exists within the bosom of Anu and is where the school of patience exists. This is a state that is not visible to the physical eye, the lighter side. Okay? Humans can only experience the spiritual state. In the spiritual state, humans' aura appears. The aura may be looked upon as the atmosphere of the body, okay? And it goes on to say, right, on the other side of it is the body, the physical, and this is the definite state. The state where the 99 attributes of Anu exist with the definite article to correspond with the 99 elements of the periodical chart, starting with H, hydrogen, the first, and the key to any kind of matter, right? It goes on to say the plane of force and the material plane work together in perfect harmony. If this were not true, then the cycles of nature would be or would not be completed so perfectly and faithfully each year. Okay, the plane of force is largely composed of etheric duplicates of objects on the physical plane. Etheric refer to that spiritual part of you, that's the etheric part of you, the spiritual aspects of you, that part of you. Okay, and it goes on to say, as above, so below, right? However, beyond this realm of etheric duplicates is a vast reservoir of forces that very few have knowledge, okay, of. These forces control the forces that result in what you know to be nature, okay? And these higher forces, right, also be held accountable for the many so-called wonders and supernatural phenomena of the material plane. The plane of force also is called the energy plane. Consists of original forms of energy like heat, light, attraction, electricity, right, etc., as well as those forms of energy that are finer, that gives humans and nature ability to grow and reproduce. This vital force that sets life on the physical into motion and is responsible for growth and reproduction is called the nafs, also known as the prana or the nafs. Literally means spirit, and the nafs, the spark of life, a metaphysical system in which reality is concerned as a unified whole. Okay, all things come from and are one with the Creator. The spark of life that comes from Him is nafs. Therefore, Anu, the Most High, left the essence of His being in every atom of His creation. With it, He harmonized the entire life processes of man and nature, because nafs is constant rhythmic pulsation in nature, and in nature we call the harmonization the seasons. Okay, the plane of force is perfectly woven into all matter on the material plane, this plane. On the plane of force, matter is not solid, liquid, or gas, as you understand it to be on, the material plane, but much more refined, because it is vibrating at a much higher speed. The basis or mother, right, of matter is nature, and nature is the result of the plane of force. On the plane of force, there is no distance, there's no temperature, seasons, day, night, or time. All of these are a result of the plane of force and make manifest in the physical plane. On the plane of force, one is not subject to, gravitation or at least, right, the same degrees of gravitation. The gravitation as well as the the rest of the forces that control Earth. So the rest of the forces that control Earth are on a highly refined basis on the plane of force. By breaking the law of gravitation on the physical plane, one can rise himself in height to break the law of gravitation. And you must raise your energies, which increases the vibration of the seats, the chakras, and resonates the aura to evolve at a certain speed. You know, speeding you up as you raise your vibrations. The seed is a faculty that the Most High has bestowed upon human senses to keep humans in tune with the spiritual world. This is why it's very important to raise your frequency. This is why it's very important to reach your higher part of you, your higher self, right? Within the higher planes of existence within you, right? Because this is what also keeps you in tune with the spiritual plane, with the spiritual world, which is very important. This is what alignment is all about. The spiritual can be visited without death, okay? And if one masters desires, right, so this is very important and this is key. If one masters the desires, right, of the physical plane, in the Quran 46:26, reference to make to the faculties that, enable humans to keep in tune with the spiritual, the ears, the hearing, the eyes, the seeing, the heart, the feelings. This is not the physical eye or heart, ear, right? The heart that are visible to human, right? But that which aids the human in his physical senses, okay? And it goes on to say, right, in the Quran 46:26, and it reads, right, and surely we, the Nunaki, the Elohim, established the Pel Enocytes, the valley of Hakwah, the shady plains, in the land more firmly than you. The Enocytes of Muhammad, we made for them hearing, the inner seeing, the inner hearts, but none of their inner hearing and none of their inner sight and none of their inner hearts proved to be of any benefit to them, since they ignored, right, the signs of the source. Allah given by the news bearer of the tribe of Eber, and they were encircled by that which they used to mock at, okay? So this is very important, right? So the spiritual senses represent a secondary set of senses corresponding to the senses of the physical plane. So in other words, the earthly senses of hearing, seeing, feeling, smelling, and tasting have spiritual counterparts by which the body receives impressions. Okay? And then on the next clip, or the next page, he goes into the chakras. So I'm going to stop right there for now because that's the end of that heading. And again, you are encouraged so much so to check this out yourself, because this is for you to do a self-study, right? If this sparks your interest, you want to know more about the higher planes of existence, more about boundless universes, more about you, right? And your identity, right? Within the all. We are all a part of the all. Alright? At the end of the day, This is what you need to know. This is things that will help you to raise your consciousness levels and the level that the Most High needs you to be. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you are interested in this, you want to check this out yourself, you are so much encouraged to check it out. Let me know. I'll be happy to get you what you need, get you the signs of healing and so many more. Pamphlets of Peace, right now, is by Master Dr. Malachi Z. L. The Scrolls, right? It's very important in these days and times to get the truth while it's here. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Again, my family, I want y'all all to know, you better know that you are loved so much beyond this world. Oh, yes, you are. And in it, begin to spread that love, family, one to another. Be that peace that you seek. Released, our master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. L. That's right. Peace, shalom, hashig, divine love, family, and Watu, because it's truly all.